Hey, so I'm going to talk about Zip Air, and I took a screen recording, so I'm going to be looking at the screen recording and then back and forth. So that's why I'm looking down, because I'm going to play the screen recording and then try to match up my words to that. So here's where we go into Zip Air, and I selected San Francisco to Tokyo. Now, Zip Air is a budget airline with some really great prices, but there's some hidden things you really want to be aware of. So again, that's where I selected Tokyo. We're on the website on the phone, and then it says to have all your stuff ready because they want you to book right away. So it's thinking, and then it should come up with some prices. Oh, we have to select a person. So I'm one person, I'm over 15. And then we get some dates. Okay, so here we are, some August, September, October. So I'm looking at some dates here and just looking for the cheapest flight, because that's what I do. I just look for the cheapest flight and, I adjust my schedule to the cheapest flight. So I think I was going back and forth. I think I settled on September 5th here, if I remember right. Just looking to see what the cheapest flight is. They kind of give you an idea of how great this can be, but you got to know what you're doing. You got to be careful. But they do have some great cheap flights if you're careful and aware of what's going on here. So here we are. It gave me a flight, $282.32, September 5th, and I clicked the standard seat. Zip Air has these seats that lay flat, totally flat. It's kind of cool, but not in my price budget, right? So here's some options to add a package value. So you can get the $85 package, $130 package, and down below, I'll scroll down there, you see the $0 package. Now that's usually the one I go for, but that's only if you don't have luggage, right? So if you have luggage, you need to sort that out. And so here's, you can get a seat choice, you can get a meal, and you can get your different luggage package, and then return or one way. Now let me pause it there, because what you want to, let me go back so I can read it out loud to you. What you want to be careful of, and I'll just pause that side of the screen when I get there. When you're in that seat pack or that selection area, you really want to pay attention. Okay, so right here, you're in the selection. Look at the premium. Now the premium, the value doesn't say anything about carry-on, right? It says add a check bag for 30 kilograms. 2.2 is like 65 pounds, right? Which is pretty heavy, actually. Most check bags, the US are 50, and overseas most are 20 or 25. There are some Wizz Air, I think it was Wizz. One of the airlines in Europe would go 30 or 35, which is really kind of rare. 50 to or 25 kilos, 20 kilos is usually, and 50 pounds is usually the cutoff. So 30 kilos is pretty generous. But if you notice, you only get the extra carry-on on these packages in the $138 add-on. So at $138, and we'll go through this. So let me hit play again. Boom. Okay, so I selected no package. We went forward. You can see the price there. Wait, let me catch back up. I went back too far. If you have not purchased this package, so that's the no add-ons. Okay, so right there we get one way, and then it's asking for all your information. Now look at the top. I selected the big package, and it was so the total comes out to 420, right? So I selected the premium package. The total at the top there is 420, and then I go back and I select the other package, no package, and it's 282, right? So you can see there at the top. And then that's all your information. You just fill that out and you hit book and you're done, right? Pretty simple. It's really an easy website to use, but you got to just kind of be careful. So, and you can see there's the booking summary. It tells you what the 282 is. And these are legit prices, right? And you can log into Zip Air. Now, I go back here and I hit the menu button, and what I'm looking for is information on baggage, right? And it's a little tricky to find because it's not, right up front. So I go into, I think I went into basic information. Basic information just tells you where they fly and a little bit about it. It's a waste of time, right? So don't go into basic information. You want to go into, and this is where it got frustrating, because you would think baggage information would be, straightforward up front, right? So I punch back out, I go into the menu again, and here we go down to frequently asked questions, and here, not real like straightforward and up front, right? Nothing about baggage. Nothing clear and obvious about baggage, right? What to do now? So from frequently asked questions, I went into optional services, right? From optional services, you can see there's information about baggage. And then I open up the baggage. Where can I get information about baggage? You would think it would kind of be right there, right? It's not. So then it takes you to here, and here's your link, zipair.english/service/baggage. That takes you to what you need to know before you book this flight. So the baggage, carry-on baggage regarding limits on carry-on, checked bags. So this gives you your dimensions, but this paragraph right here is what you really want to read. So carry-on bag can be brought, blah, blah, blah. And if you read through there, right, it's going to say 2 items free of charge if the combined weight is under 7 kilograms, 14.4 pounds about, right? Very, very specific. Now you can pre-purchase another 8 prior to the day before. That's what it says here. For an additional fee, you may bring up to 15 kilograms carry-on into the aircraft, but must be purchased 24 hours before the scheduled time of departure. So not even the day before, it has to be 24 hours or more. You can't purchase any more after that. I lost my space there. So there we are. If the weight exceeds the limit, please place some items in your checked bags. Now here's where it gets important. If you're carrying a laptop, a camera, any electronics that have a battery, they all have to go in a carry-on. Any medications, any things like that should go in your carry-on, should go on the plane with you, right? There's all kinds of things that should always go on the plane with you. 7 kilograms seems like a lot. It's not. It's not at all. My laptop, and in that hard case I have, I think that's like 6 kilograms or 5, no, I think it's like 4 kilograms or something. I can't remember. Maybe I'll weigh it. But my backpack with, I don't have my battery out here right now, I don't think. So my backpack with my battery, my backpack, laptop battery, and a couple other really small electronics exceeded the 7 kilograms, no problem. My backpack, when I traveled from Japan to San Jose, exceeded the 15 because I had purchased a little upgrade there so I could have a check bag. And they straight up were just telling me, like, you can't take that stuff on the plane. Put it in your check bag. My check bag is already crammed full and it's already, on the conveyor belt moving away. And they're just like, no, you can't. And I lucked out. I got some really nice people, and I ended up being like, I started just throwing stuff away, and I got it down within a kilogram, and they just let me go with a stern warning. But they're very, very, very specific about that. And there's a lot of people who can give you tips and tricks on how to try and get by it. But I was also in Europe getting on one of the cheap airlines, and they were stopping people at the gate and re-weighing their bags. It was a weird situation. But my point is you can try and do whatever, right? Run any scam you want. I'm not really about that. Give me the rules and I'll ride with that. But this is an important thing about, if you're going to book with Zip Air and, take advantage of some of these great prices and the decent service, right? You just need to be aware of that. And then if you keep scrolling down here, it'll tell you how much the price is for just buying the check bag, but it's hard to find online. So maybe call them or something, or once you sign in, maybe it's easier. I don't remember, but it's you can just add the check bag, and the fee is here. I think Oh, there it is. Narita to San Francisco is 50 yen, or 5,000 yen. So, and going San Francisco to Narita, it's $38. And I'm digressing. I'm on a tangent there, but that's Zip Air. Again, just make sure you know what you're getting into. And on these really cheap airline flights, always, before you even start booking, figure out their baggage rules, because some of the baggage rules are just really funny. That's really weird. House just started shaking. I wonder if it's an earthquake. Yeah, I don't know. But just always make sure you double check your baggage rules. So that's what I got, Zip Air. I do recommend them. Just know what you're getting into. And it's the same with any budget airline, right? Just know what you're getting into. Get a passport, get out and use it.